Hey guys, welcome back. We're so excited to have our Movie Boys podcast back on the air after some controversial
hiatus.
There was a hiatus and there were some scandals. We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, let's not get into it.
But it's okay because now we're so glad to have all our fans back. We're going to be holding a fundraiser soon for the podcast, so tune in for when that's going to be. And we've got a really special Christmas. We've got a really special
Christmas
episode.
season premiere, because we're back.
Yes, it's the season premiere. It's the Christmas episode. Two incredible films we have here. We've got Eyes Wide Shut, and we've got Black Christmas. And this was my first time seeing Black Christmas, and I'm so excited to talk about it.
Black Christmas, greatest slasher film ever made. It was the OG, The Call's Coming from Inside the House.
Yes,
the OG holiday slasher.
Yes,
the inspo behind Halloween.
This film is incredible. I have so many questions. Number one, they didn't look inside the house.
No.
There's a murderer on the loose. Their friend is gone. And they didn't check every room of the house.
It's an incredible film, but there is some plot convenience.
First of all,
the
movie is awesome. The movie is incredible.
I love how it looks. I love how
it's so sick.
Totally 70s it is. I love how it's wintry outside. I love how it's warm in there. You can hear the wind howling. The sound design in this film is really good, actually.
The whole thing is incredible. And then it's all it's half a genius movie and then a half the bad guy, he's just, first of all, the bad guy's Phil, right?
No. It's not the boyfriend. It's another guy.
Okay.
Because he strikes again at the end.
Maybe you had to explain the end.
This is a spoiler alert, by the way.
Spoiler alert. We're going to put a thing up.
It's a 50-year-old movie. The anniversary was December 20th, 1974, and we're recording this December 22nd, 24. Right. So it's almost exactly 50 years that we're doing this now.
He does strike again. I forgot about that. He strikes again.
Billy strikes.
And then the call rings. So what is this end? So the ending, the boyfriend Phil, he kicks through the window, and then he goes through to find Jess. And then what happens?
She presumably gets killed.
I thought she was fine.
But the cops leave because Mr. Harrison passes out, and then she's left alone in the house. It's still a Billy POV shots, and it tracks out, and then you hear the call again. But throughout the movie, the phone only rang after he killed.
Right.
Which implies that Billy did kill the little girl in the park. Because at the very beginning of the movie, they say, it's him again. So he had called before, meaning he had killed at least, the first call that they receive in the film, it was after the little girl. And presumably he killed someone else they don't even talk about before that then. If that was his second time calling.
Okay. And what's Phil up to? And hold on. So they find Phil and Jess in the basement doing what? What are they doing?
He's dead.
How is he dead?
She killed him. She had the poker from the fire. She killed her boyfriend. She's having a bad day.
Yeah.
She's like, I want an abortion. And he was like, no.
Right.
Which is an ahead of its time plot line. They were the woman just being like, nope, I'm not giving up my life.
Yeah, she wanted an abortion, and then he was like, he was very upset. He was furious. He runs out the door. And we are all thinking it's him.
Yeah.
We're all thinking it's him. And he leaves. And and so she thinks it's him. And so she kills him.
Yes.
Understood.
He's looking for her in the basement for some reason. He's outside with no coat on. He breaks so many things in the movie. He destroys the piano. He destroys Christmas ornaments. He kicks the window in. He's just throwing shit around.
And you know what? I thought his piece was nice. I liked his piece. They were like, we've heard this a million times before. It was great. And he didn't need to break the piano. I thought that was overkill. And then he breaks it into the basement for no reason at all.
The killing the piano is my favorite part. Like, as a classical pianist of 19 years, I've wanted to do that so many times. This guy finally does it. Finally, someone destroys a piano. I've waited my entire life to see it, and this movie delivers.
See that guy's face when he's playing the piano. He's.
He sucks. He's been up for 3 days and nights. Also, there are no practice rooms at this music conservatory. He just practices in the recital hall. And then, like, Jess at one point to the lieutenant is like, oh, when Peter gets like this, he likes to go to the recital hall at the conservatory. No, but no practice room.
Yeah.
Just the hall. There are other students. Like,
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of problems. I have another problem. When the killer.
Yeah.
The killer kills. What happens? Oh, he kills the lady of the house.
Yes.
Whatever her name is.
Yes.
He kills her, and then he's like, and you know what? Fuck the whole room too.
Yeah.
He kills her in a super crazy, elaborate way with the hook. And he goes like that.
That moment is terrifying.
Yeah, that moment's pretty
when
terrifying.
she, like, spins around. Like, that is so well done.
Yeah. And then he has, like, a Citizen Kane moment and is like, fuck this whole place. And he destroys everything. We got visitors. What's up, guys? You guys want to come in?
Live podcast recording for this.
No, it's okay. What time is it?
For the series premiere, season 3:45.
It's 3:45.
We have time.
Okay, sick. We're gonna take some questions from. Let's see. So we got some questions from some of our viewers. We're gonna take a question from Zach Didonato from the Comedy Shop. Zach says,
"What up, Zach?
What was your favorite part of the movie?"
Every moment of Barb, who's played by Margot Kidder, she is a scene stealer.
Oh, she's amazing.
She's like
Bro.
she's a bisexual asthmatic baddie.
She's awesome.
She's awesome.
She's the fastest tongue in the West. And then she's awesome. She's pretty sick.
She's the greatest character.
How do you pronounce her name? Olivia
Hussey.
Hussey. She's like, I can't go outside. It's cold.
The American accent is not there.
The American accent is.
But they're supposed to be Canadian, but it's not a Canadian. the killer is in the house, but the accent is not.
No, it's not. I like all of this movie. This movie was so good. And the dumb cop. That's my.
This movie has
part.
the worst cops ever. Oh, Barb also is like, she like threatened a cop. She was like a cab.
Yeah.
Barb the legend.
Yeah.
Ahead of her time.
12. Barb was sick. Although, that one cop was...
The lieutenant?
Yeah, the lieutenant was... was it the sergeant? I mean, who's the good cop?
John Saxon
Yeah.
is the name of the actor.
Okay.
He plays the lieutenant. Fuller.
Okay, that guy's good.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. He's like, we're going to tap the thing. And all of that section where they're like running to find, like, locate where the house is or the location.
Yeah.
From the call, that's all sick.
Yeah, that's sick.
And then the lieutenant is like, I can't do he's an idiot. He's a total idiot. He's the best terrible cop ever.
My headcanon is that he's actually from like some influential family in the town. Because otherwise he'd be like fired, you know.
No, you're right.
So he like has to be connected.
Should we track the calls? Yeah, we should.
It's a new exchange, Fe. Barb the legend.
And they're laughing at him. That's pretty great. Barb is awesome.
We should get into Eyes Wide Shut.
We should get into Eyes Wide Shut.
Real, that is real cinema.
I'm gonna say real quick. I'm gonna give Black Christmas.
How many Aubreys are we giving it?
20 Aubreys.
Oh, we should explain our rating system. We here at Movie Boys, we can't give a film an Oscar that's been taken.
We can't do Oscar that's been taken.
So we have to give a film an Aubrey.
I'm gonna give it 20 Aubreys. And you guys can maybe...
I'm going to give it 25 for the 25 days of Christmas. Or is it like 12? Right. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm giving it.
Okay, fine.
Let's get into Eyes Wide Shut.
I just want to say, as Martin Scorsese would say, Black Christmas is cinema.
It is cinema.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Also cinema.
I
watched that movie for the first time when I was like 15. I had no business to be watching that at age 15.
This movie is insane and underrated.
Yeah.
Why do people not like this movie? This movie's incredible.
It's genuinely one of the best movies ever made, I think. Like, everything about it is absolute perfection.
Who's that? Is that Antoine?
It looks like it.
Antoine, come in.
Live recording.
Please, Antoine, come in.
My question about Eyes Wide Shut, did they still have those parties during COVID? Were those, like, that group of people, those billionaires, would they be like, no, let's cancel this time?
Well, the billionaire, because COVID's made up. And the billionaires made up COVID. Wait, let me figure out this conspiracy theory math problem. The billionaires made up COVID, so at their parties they don't have masks.
Wait a minute.
And they still have them during COVID. That's fine. That makes sense.
I think I would like those parties.
Yeah, those
I would like it.
People are like, oh, those Eyes Wide Shut parties. Like, you would say yes if you were invited.
Yeah,
absolutely, you would.
I want to play, like, my piano gigs I've played at all suck. It's just like Christmas stuff. Why can't I play at a party like that?
Yeah.
Like, I'll teach myself how to do it blindfolded just for the invite.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
They really need it. Like, it's so funny that they need a live pianist for that, and he's just playing like synth bullshit. Like, they had to have that.
And he's Tom Cruise. It has never been shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise. This is his shortest film. This is Tom Cruise's shortest film. The film is about 5'2", 5'3". The film is about 5'2", 5'3". It's his shortest. I rarely notice how short he is, but I feel like here we really got a glimpse of that.
I'm convinced that this movie ruined their marriage.
What, him and Nicole Kidman?
Well, yeah, because Stanley Kubrick was kind of like a manipulative kind of director, and he'd like do things to like get certain performances, and they like worked with. They signed open-ended contracts with him because they didn't know how long filming would take, so they went like over a year. I thought I read somewhere.
Yeah,
and it's like so I don't know, and the whole thing's about their relationship and fidelity. I feel like Stanley Kubrick probably just opened up so many questions that led to the end of the relationship. That's my theory.
That's a good theory, and when you walk through a hallway 127 times or whatever the number is, and that's what you have to do to make a good movie.
I think
that's what I think. I think you got to walk through that hallway 100 times before you're like, you did it right.
And every tracking shot has to parallel every other tracking shot exactly. I think I stumbled into an Eyes Wide Shut type mansion party situation once.
Oh, yeah?
In college, freshman year, we had it was like during the winter also. It was like around the holidays, like in the movie. And we had to we went on a field trip. I was in Minnesota, so we went to Minneapolis to this like museum, but the museum was just like in a mansion. And it was at night. And I had to go to the bathroom, and they like directed me up to like the top floor, this like bathroom that was like tucked away, and like the mansion looks like the mansion from Eyes Wide Shut. The crazy parties at, like it looks like that already. And I was like thinking to myself, oh, this looks like the Eyes Wide Shut mansion. And I go into the bathroom and I close the door. Shit you not, on like the little hanging thing where like a robe would be, there was a fucking mask. I swear to God.
And you know what that means?
It means we should clickbait the hell out of this podcast and be like, Aubrey went to a Diddy party? Thumbnail pose.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's obviously Kubrick was making a parallel between like Fauci era politics and his wild sex parties. And that just goes to show, like, how perverted these people are. They're having sex, these people.
Yeah.
In masks. It's disgusting what these people are doing.
Do you think these people have multiple masks? Do you think they change every time, or do you see like
that's a good question.
A similar face?
Well, because you're
hey, plague doctor, caught you the last time.
Yeah, right. Because then right, and do you talk to your friends? Do you go, oh, is plague doctor going to be here tonight? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go if plague doctor's not going to go.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting question. And do they wash the masks?
What if they wear different masks, some of them, but then you like recognize their dick?
Yeah. I mean, at that point, like the whole anonymity thing, it's like, and then like you.
What if you have a birthmark that's really noticeable?
Do they all? Because some of they wear robes, right? Do they all? They bring their own robes. Where do you get the robes? Do they give you the robes?
I think they come in the robes. So then,
if you're a robe master.
Yes.
And you get a call like, hey, I'm gonna need like 100 crimson robes. Mm-hmm. Oh, what church do you work for? Nah, just for my own weird shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's also like so rehearsed. So like, are they like actually just practicing?
Yeah,
this?
That's weird. Like, do they have a dress rehearsal?
Yeah, they have a dress rehearsal for the party. What if someone like one of the girls in like the circle at the beginning? What if she like has to call out sick? Are there like replacements?
Yeah, I mean that's a good question too. I guess I would also wonder like I have a lot of questions about the Eyes Wide Shut parties. Mm-hmm. Are there different circles like, or is it all like the top Illuminati people, or is it people from different countries? Is there one in California like a Shake Shack? like Shake Shack? Like, is it franchised?
The parties?
Yeah, please come in. They won't come. They don't want to come in and see.
No, but then the guy at that Ziegler just gets annoyed that Tom Cruise was able to infiltrate.
Oh yeah, and
I'm like, let him have sex.
Also, how did they find out? How'd they find out about him? They were like, you're not supposed to be here. Yeah. It's like, we're all wearing robes and masks.
Yeah.
Seems like we're all supposed to be here. And also, if he's there, it's like,
let him. Also, why do they cry so much at the end? I'm like, you just went to a party.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just went to an
time.
awesome party and you guys are both crying about it? Like, no cheating actually happened.
And also, like, yeah, like, who gets beat up in the... Who or something happens? Oh, the piano guy.
They rough up Nick Nightingale.
Yeah, they rough up the piano guy. He's like, where was he? I don't know, but he walked out with two big guys.
Also, I love that Broadway legend Alan Cumming is in this movie for 4 minutes.
Dude, this movie's awesome.
Yeah.
This is cinema. I give this movie... What do you think? I give this movie... You go first, because I...
Well, we're talking about the genius, the all-time greatest, Stanley Kubrick, so I'm going, like... I think this is his best film, in my opinion. I'm going to give it, like, 100 Aubreys.
I'm going to give it 100 Aubreys, too. That's 100 Aubreys.
That's a 100 Aubrey film right there.
Yeah.
And I loved that Waltz Number 2 from the Jazz Suite, that Shostakovich piece at the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest songs ever.
Yeah.
Also, how iconic...
Okay.
We're going to wrap it up in just a minute. But
soon.
No, how iconic is it that in Stanley Kubrick's last film ever, the last word was fuck?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's so
Dude, he's so fire.
Legendary. We should end this podcast on that same note.
Yes, we have to give a shout out to our sponsor, the Comedy Shop.
Thank you, Comedy Shop,
and we're gonna
Comedy
give a
Shop
quick
Greenwich
shout
Village.
out to Zach DiDonato.
Thank you, Zach DiDonato, for the podcasting equipment.
Yeah, actually, Zach Braviette gave us the podcasting equipment. Zach DiDonato, he's away, so we had to get it from somebody else. But shout out to Zach DiDonato. Just
shouting him out.
Just because we think he's just really awesome.
And we've been Aubrey Thurman.
And Oscar Salem.
And this is Movie Boys Podcast. We'll be back next week with some more films to talk about.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Ready?
1, 2, 3. Fuck.
All right, sick.
Yes. We have like a 20-minute podcast.